Hi, this is Fran from Angelite Messages with Francesca with another pick-a-card reading. Today we have something different. I do have 3 different piles, but they're on 3 different topics. So this is going to be an advice reading on a problem that you have in one of 3 areas, okay? For pile 1, I'm going to be reading about your problem when it comes to your career or finances. So if you have a pressing problem that you're facing in your career or to do with your finances, pile 1 will be your reading. For pile 2, we're going to make this a problem in your romantic relationship or your romantic life in general. Okay. And for pile 3, this is going to be a problem within your family or your very close friends. So this is a relationship problem, but not romantic. Okay, so the first pile is going to be for people who have a problem with their career or finances. The second reading will be for a problem in your romantic life. And the third pile will be for people who are experiencing problems with a friend or in their family. Okay, so I'm going to use the same 2 decks for the readings. I'm going to use the, it just went out of my head. I'm looking around for the box. The Arcanum Tarot. Okay, and I'm also going to use the Energy Oracle cards. So if you have a problem in each of these areas, you're free to hear all 3. But I'm going to start today with your career. Okay? So this reading is for people who are having trouble with their career or their finances. Okay, so first card that we're going to draw is the problem in your relationship. The problem with your career. Could I have one card to show the problem with the career or the finances? What is the energy? No. Can I have one card? Thank you. Okay, well, there's 2. So we'll take these 2. Okay. Hierophant. Okay. So there's something going on in your career where you're having to wait your turn. There's a certain way that things are done in your career, and you're feeling like you're tied down by it. Okay, there's some kind of hierarchy, and I feel like the problem is that you're bucking against it. It could be that you've been waiting for a promotion and you keep getting skipped over. It could be that you don't like the way that things are done in your career, in your current job. If this has to do with finances, then this has to do with trying to find a way to make more money that is going to be stable and predictable. Let's see what the other card is for the problem. Oh, the Devil. Okay. So the Devil has to do with attachment. Okay. So you might be someone who's thinking about changing careers. I definitely feel like there's a problem, and I'm not saying an evil nature, but you definitely are feeling put upon. If you look at these 2 people down here, they're like surrendering, okay? And I think whatever you're afraid of, I think you're letting your fears kind of take over. You might be feeling paranoid that someone's out to get you at work. If this has to do with finances, you're afraid of how things are going, but you're looking for a way to handle your finances, but you find yourself tempted with other ways to spend your finances, or you're trying to find ways to make money. Now, these two are very much against each other, so I think you know that the best way to do it is traditionally, and the tradition is you work for your money, but I think there's a part of you that is looking for quick money, like you're looking for a way to make money fast, and not that that's dishonest, but you're letting your fear dictate how you're making your money. Okay, so that has something to do with your career problem. Now, what can you do right now to help you with this problem? I'm sure it's going to be something about the fear on the bottom, but let's see what Spirit says. How can Group 1 deal with their fear, deal with the problem that has to do with their career? 6 of Swords, yeah, this is good. What you have to realize is that it's time to leave a negative situation behind, okay? The energy is very good right now for you to be moving into the future. So if you're trying to make a decision about leaving your current job, there is something better waiting for you. And all these swords to me indicates that you have not had an easy time at whatever position you're at right now. This also tells me about finances that, like probably every other American, you are in debt. And I'm not sure all these debts were really your responsibility, but you've taken them on, okay? The 6 of Swords tells you that it's time to start making steps to the future. You've got to leave the past in the past. If you've made bad decisions in the past about your finances, you got to forgive yourself and just move on. Talk to somebody who can help you with that first step. Because once this guy pushes his boat out, it's going to get easier and easier to move towards the future. Okay, so what you need to do is take that first step. Start looking for another position if the problem is you're not happy where you are. If you don't like your career at all, see about training in another field. Okay, make that phone call, write that email. Okay, the more of these little steps that you take, the quicker you're going to feel better about the future. So this came in, what to do now. Now let's get another card for what you should do later. Ooh. Okay, well, no, I'm not going to take those. Spirit, could I have one card on what to do later? Spirit's telling me, well, good, you shouldn't have taken those cards. I didn't want you to take those. Could I have one? Oh, here we go. Oh, sorry about that. So I have 2 cards for what you should do later. Okay. All right. Later, and later could be, I'm sorry, I don't really have a time frame, but I think once you feel that you have taken some steps, what you're going to do later is get ready for a lot of movement. Okay, this is a major card. This is the Chariot. Okay, those little steps that you take, I think it's interesting. Both of these cards are about movement. Okay, so once you take those little steps, you're going to find yourself, you're going to find a way that you didn't know about before. So you're going to find a solution to your problem that you didn't realize was there in the first place. If it's with finances, maybe you're going to find a bank who's going to help you with a loan. Or if you start talking to your family, you might find that someone's willing to help you out of a jam. What else can they do later? Yeah, start again. The Fool is all about taking a risk and starting over. Okay? So I really feel the key so far to this reading is you need to take that first step towards solving your problem. Now, depending on what your problem is, to me, I think Spirit is saying that you need communication. Swords are all about communication. So you've got to take that first step to get more information for yourself. If you know what that first step is already, do it today, okay, if you can, or at least make moves to do it today. See, the universe wants to support you, but you have to put the action in, and you have to believe that you can do it. This is telling me that you have a fresh start ahead of you. And this, to me, is the complete opposite of this energy. This energy right now, to me, feels very, imposing. Like, I feel like, you're just not, you don't like the restrictions that you're feeling right now, either in your career or your finances. But if you can make those first steps, it's really going to get the momentum going. You're going to find a solution that you didn't even realize was possible, and you're going to be starting again. Okay, now, what do you need to hear? That's what we're going to get from the Energy Oracle cards. What do the people in Group 1 need to hear? Okay, journey, yeah. You've got a long journey ahead of you. I really think that for some of you, once you make this new start, you're gonna find your life going in a completely different direction, and you're prepared for it. Look at this woman; she is totally prepared. It definitely looks like a long path, so you may not, experience success right away. But this journey is moving you away from how you're feeling right now about the problem to not only a solution, but a new beginning. So that's great. And your last card is what should I avoid? Okay. Remember, this is for career and finances, pile 1. Just some advice. So what should be avoided? Okay, first chakra, Archangel Michael. Okay, so what should be avoided is totally depending on someone else to get you out of this situation, okay? Archangel Michael is someone who protects us, so the fact that he's coming up in your reading is good anyway. But Archangel Michael wants you to stand on your own 2 feet, okay? He's always going to be around to protect you, all right? I feel part of this devil energy might be that you've always let others make decisions for you, or that you have over-relied on someone, okay? You've over-relied maybe on doing things the way it's always been done, okay? Archangel Michael is telling you you're strong enough to do this on your own. Now, that doesn't mean not to seek advice. Of course, you should seek advice. But the decision has to be yours, and you're going to have to do a lot of the legwork, okay? But once you start doing one thing after the other, where's that chariot? That chariot says that you're going to be moving swiftly. Okay, so to end up this reading, I am going to get the pendulum. And you're going to be able to ask a yes/no question about this situation. Okay? So as usual, if you don't have your question ready, please pause the video. Here we go. Okay, so the answer to your question is yes. I'll just show you once it stops shaking. Right there. Yes. Okay. So if you're leaving me now, I hope you enjoyed that reading. Please feel free to contact me for a more personal reading. You can do that through my Facebook channel or my YouTube channel, Angel Light Messages with Francesca. If you're leaving me, I hope you have a great day. We're going to go on to pile number 2. Okay, pile 2. You have a problem with your romantic life, okay, or with love. So pile 2, we're going to see, first off, what is the problem? What does the problem have to deal with? So this is your romantic life. Oh my Lord, what a horrible, horrible shuffle. So this has to do with your romantic life, someone you're involved with now, someone you're in love with. Let's see what this problem is about, or the energy of it. This is a really new deck, which is making it even more hard to shuffle. All right. So, could I have one card to represent the problem in the romantic life for pile 2? Thank you. Okay, Judgment. Judgment. Okay, I feel like a lot of you are at the point where something is coming to fruition. Okay, for some of you, it's going to be a do or die situation in your relationship. Maybe you've had has somebody given an ultimatum to someone else? Are you guys, this might represent someone from your past who's coming back into your life for a new start. I'm getting the word forgiveness a lot. I think some of you are trying to decide whether you should forgive someone who has hurt you in the past so that you can move on. I'm not sure if it's moving on together or just moving on with your life. Judgment deals with a rebirth, coming back to life, regeneration. So some of you, I think, want a regeneration in your relationship. Like you want to go to the next step, okay? And there might be some resistance to that happening with your partner, okay? So what can you do right now to help you with that problem? And if that doesn't sound like your story, then this reading isn't for you, okay? But if your problem has something to do with like turning the page or, yeah, forgiveness just keeps coming through. This has to do with forgiving somebody, maybe forgiving yourself even. Okay, so what can you do right now? 5 of Pentacles. Okay, be ready for change because 5 is all about changes. Okay, so I do think that for a lot of you, this is about going into a new phase of a relationship. So the first thing you have to realize is there is help around you. Okay, you have someone that, beyond the person in the relationship, there's someone else you can talk to help you work things out, to help you think things through, because you might be overly emotional right now. So you might have a best friend, a parent, a relative that you can talk to who is going to help you see things a little differently. Usually when you get the 5 of Pentacles, you're so overwhelmed with the realities of your situation that the emotion that you're feeling kind of obscures what's going on. So I think you need to talk to somebody. That has to be a first step. If you have a counselor, that's a great place to start. I'm asking Spirit. No, this does not have to do with talking to your partner or your potential partner. This has to do with talking to someone who's very grounded, okay? So when you pick somebody to talk to about this, Try not to pick someone who's going to be really sympathetic. Now, I know that sounds, like counterintuitive, but you want someone who can look at it logically, okay? Because I feel like a lot of you are getting over emotional about it. I don't want to say over emotional. You're just emotional about it. And I think you need someone who can see things clearly. That's a good first step, just to talk about it with somebody, okay? For some of you, there may be help in other ways. If you're in a relationship and you're having a lot of issues, you could go to a marriage counselor, you could go to a counselor with this person, but I'm really getting the feeling that it's something you have to do where you're reaching out for help, okay? But not reaching out to the partner. Reach out to someone who's not emotionally involved, okay? Like I have a best friend who, loves me, but can tell me the reality of the situation. She keeps her emotions out of it. If you have someone like that in your life, go to them. If not, go to a counselor, go to someone that you trust. For some of you, that might be, by the way, this is a church in the background. So for some of you, it might be a spiritual advisor. It might be, a priest, a rabbi. Okay. What can you do later? What should you do later? Let's put this up here. So right now, your first step is to talk about it. Reach out for help. What can you do later? Oh, that's too many, Spirit. Oh, no, it's only 2. Okay. Should I take those? Yeah, I'll take those. Okay. So what you should do later. Strength. Okay. You have to rely on your inner strength for this. Okay. Now, in the future, you're going to see things a little clearer. Okay. And you have to rely on your inner strength. Okay. That doesn't mean you have to go it alone, as in be separated from this person, but you have to realize that I don't think this journey is going to be a short one. I think that you're going to have to, whatever decision you come to regarding this problem, it's going to require your courage, and it's going to require you being strong. Okay? And I don't necessarily think that means breaking up or going your separate ways, but it does mean being brave, maybe speaking out more. If you've been in a relationship where you feel like you haven't been able to express yourself, this is where you're going to need to stand up for yourself. Yeah. Courage just keeps coming out with that card too. Okay, what else are you going to need to do later? 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, I think this is what I was saying before. I think you're going to have a lot of steps, okay? You're going to be working hard on this relationship, on this problem, whatever this problem is, but you're going to be content, okay? You're moving from the 5 of Pentacles, which is what you can do now, to the 8 of Pentacles. So I do feel that this needs to be done first. You need to do this talking with someone first. And then once you're seeing things clearly, you're going to know what your next steps are. So that's why the strength came out, because you're going to need to believe in yourself and trust yourself, because your intuition is going to let you know what you need to do next. And you know what? Because it's this 8 of Pentacles, you're not going to have a problem doing it. I mean, I think whatever steps you have to take, I think that this relationship is important enough to you to take these steps. Okay, nice. Okay, so now we're going to take 2 cards from the Energy Oracle. The first one is going to tell us, what do I need to hear right now? What is one card, one message that pile 2 needs to hear right now? about their love relationship. Oh, happy family. I love that. It's the number 4. Okay, what you need to hear is that you are going to have stability in this relationship. Okay? This to me is like the 10 of Cups in the tarot. The happy family card. That's what I call that, is the happy family card. So you have a lot of abundance in your future. Okay? So right now you might be feeling very down, like there's nothing you can do, but wow, this really this shows a beautiful future, and you need to hear that. I think you need that hope right now. So whether it's with this person or not, I really do feel like you're going to work things out with this person, but regardless, you have a happy family ahead of you. That's great. If you already have children, just don't worry about them, because whatever this problem is that's going on, you and your partner have done a good job of shielding them. Okay? I see a lot of connection in your future. And like I said, 4 is the number of stability. Okay? And one last thing. What should you avoid doing? What should you avoid doing? I have one card for what you should avoid doing. Okay. Deceit. Okay. Avoid any kind of lying to your partner. Avoid doing anything behind anybody's back. I think you're going to be tempted to take an easy way out. Try to avoid that. Okay? Anything to do with this deceit card is about wearing a mask, not being your authentic self. Don't do that. You know, you have to get to that happy families card, you can't be trying to trick someone. You can't be pretending to be okay when you're not okay. Although this looks like a very evil card, I really think that the person you end up hurting is yourself when you do those things. So try to be upfront and as honest as you can. Again, I just want to go back to this card here. I really think you need to talk to someone outside of the relationship first. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't talk it over with your partner eventually. That's going to be one of these pentacles for sure. But I think for a first step, what you can do right now is just get someone's perspective on it who isn't emotionally involved. Okay. So to end this reading, we're going to give you a yes or no question. I'm going to use the pendulum. If you don't have your yes or no question yet, you might want to pause the video. And here we go. Okay, you got the maybe. Okay, maybe. So what I like to do with the maybe cards is I take out my yes or no cards to see if the answer is more likely yes, more likely no, or you're just going to have to wait and see. Sometimes Spirit doesn't give us the answers that we want right away. Okay, confirmed. So that's a yes. Try again. To me, that's a maybe. Of course not. Okay, so we have one yes, one no, and one maybe. So Spirit's not going to give you that answer right now. Okay, there's a reason it's maybe. It could depend on your actions. It could depend on your partner's actions. It could depend on both. Okay, so I'm sorry. I know that's unsatisfying for a yes or no question. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you'd ever like a more personalized reading, please contact me through my Facebook group page or my YouTube channel, Angel Light Messages with Francesca. And remember, Saturdays, you get a 15-minute reading for $10, Sawbuck Saturday. Okay? If you're leaving me, I hope you have a great day. And for our last reading today, we are going to family. Here we go. And we had this crystal for family. Okay, so this reading is for people who have an issue regarding family or close friends. So this is kind of like a relationship reading, but this is about family or someone who you feel is like family, who is not a romantic relationship. Okay, what is the problem regarding family? All right, King of Pentacles. Okay, this problem has something to do with someone feeling like they're responsible. They're always the responsible one. So this could be you feeling like you're the one that always has to be the person that everyone else relies on. Or it could be that there's someone in your family who's taking on this energy. And I think some of you feel like you have to do whatever this person tells you to do. Even though, of course, we're all adults and can make our own decisions. But I think that for some of you, this is someone who definitely loves you, but is doing something that is really overbearing in what they're doing. This could be someone who, out of love, is doing something that makes you feel beholden to them. So to me, this feels like a power issue. Okay? So if that, doesn't sound like your problem, then this reading isn't for you, which is fine. So what can you do right now with this person? Now remember, if it's you, you're feeling like overly responsible for everybody. Okay, which I'm sure for a lot of you that's the case. Or it's someone who's making you feel less than, someone who's making you feel like, they're doing you some big favor. Okay? So what can you do right now about this situation? Okay, here we go. Perfect. Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is telling you need to start seeing things differently. Okay? So if you have someone who is making you feel a certain way, you need to remember that that's your perception. Okay? And you need to open your eyes and realize that you are responsible for your actions and your decisions. You're not responsible for other people, and other people are not responsible for you. Okay? This could also symbolize taking some time away so that you can see things differently. Okay? Perception is definitely at the heart of your problem. It's very possible that this person you have an issue with has no idea that they're creating this issue for you. Okay? So right now, what you need to do, even before you speak to this person, is for you not just to realize that you can change how you're thinking, okay? But you have to believe it in your heart, okay? This could actually take quite a while to do, okay? Changing your mindset like that It can be a process, especially if this is a family member that you've always looked up to, or if this is a friend that you've had for a long time, or this is a person who you see as being more worthy than you. Okay, it depends on the degree, but the first thing you have to do is to start looking at this problem differently, and realize that your perception might be at the heart of it. Now, if it's not, if you are seeing things clearly, then what you need to do is to step away from the situation. Remember, this is the immediate advice, what you can do right now. Okay? So what can you do later? Once you've stepped away and you're starting to see things differently, and usually you're seeing things more clearly when you get the Hanged Man. Okay, there's some truth you're not acknowledging. What can you do once that step is done? What can you do later to help this problem? Ooh. Well, once you do that, you have the Chariot. Wow, that's going to be the key to you getting to a solution. Okay, once you realize that you can do whatever you set your mind to, you're going to see a lot of changes happening. Okay, the Chariot is about quick change. It's about balance too. So I think you're going to start to see things more balanced. You're going to realize maybe this person is part of the problem, and maybe you're part of the problem. You're going to see a more balanced view. And that's going to lead you to balance out the relationship. Okay, that's where the conversation can come in with this person. But I think once you get this change in perspective, or once you have this time away from this person, I think things are going to click for you, and you're going to see a lot. You're going to see the steps easily ahead of you. Now, some Chariot cards show the horses. Actually, I guess a lot of them show the horses standing still. But if you look here, these guys are trotting. You can tell because the water is coming up. So this tells me it might get a little emotional. Okay, it's not going to be an easy journey, but I do think I see you moving to the future quickly once you have this realization. Okay, now, that's it for tarot. We're going to go to the oracle cards now. We're using the energy oracle cards. So what do I need to hear right now? So for people in pile 3, what do you need to hear right now? What do I need to hear about solving this problem? Okay, Angel of Love. So this is telling me that this person really does mean well. Okay, whoever you're having this issue with, they do love you. The King of Pentacles, very realistic kind of person. Sometimes would never try to do anything to hurt you on purpose. Okay. However, I think you also need to hear that you need to start respecting yourself more. The Angel of Love is often about not giving ourselves enough credit. Okay? You need to do some things that will help you see how powerful you are and what a wonderful person you are. Okay? List things that you like about yourself. If you're able to list more things you don't like about yourself than you do like about yourself, then that means you need to do some work there. Okay? This is a very gentle card, too. So be gentle with the person that you're having this issue with, because, like I said, they do love you. And I think for some of you, when you bring up whatever this issue is, I do think that this person's going to be a little hurt at first, but that's not, as long as you're gentle with this person, I think, I know your relationship will be okay because they do love you and you do love this person as well. So the two big messages are to be gentle when you're talking to this person about the problem, realize they love you, and see how you're feeling about yourself, okay? You need to give yourself some love as well. The last card is what should you avoid doing? Spirit, what should they avoid doing to solve this problem? Okay, the garden and the gate. What you need to avoid doing is procrastinating, okay? If you look at this girl here, she's kind of in dreamland here. She's got a whole world out there, and she's keeping herself behind this gate, okay? So what you need to avoid doing is being afraid, especially to talk to this person about whatever the problem is. This combined with that angel of love, it just makes me think of like someone who's not showing their power, showing their strength, okay? This card, if you look at this girl, let me see if I can grab the other one too. This looks like a little girl, and this looks like an older version here, right? Okay, so this card is telling you, don't get stuck in your head, okay? Once you have this new perspective, once you understand that you need to offer love to yourself, then you're going to need to take the action as well, okay? So it's definitely taking a new perspective and then taking action, okay? Don't lock yourself behind that gate, because it is beautiful there, and it's always comfortable when we're where we are. Change is what's uncomfortable, and this problem won't go away unless there's a change, okay? All right, so to end this reading, I'm going to give you a pendulum reading, and you can ask a yes or no question about this situation. And here we go. Okay, it says definitely. Whatever you asked about, no, now it's on maybe because I picked it up. It was on definitely. So that's a big yes to whatever you asked, okay? All right. If you'd ever like a more personalized reading, please reach out to me through this Facebook channel, Angelite Answers with Francesca, or my YouTube channel by the same name. Okay, I hope you all have a great day. Bye-bye.